device unmuted, screen on, and then state your name. The court will call the case of Ypsilanti Township versus Allison Smith, case number 25T00196.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Your Honor, good morning. Joe Simon on behalf of Ms. Smith. Ms. Smith, go ahead and do as the judge instructed and state your name.
Allison Smith.
All right, we're here for a pretrial today.
That's
Your Honor,
correct.
Go ahead, Paul,
I'm
please.
sorry, Joe. I believe we have a resolution of the case. The township would amend, add a count of operating while visibly impaired. In exchange for a plea of guilty to that added count 2, the township would dismiss the original count 1.
Your Honor, that is our understanding. My client has previously filed an advice of rights form. I went over it again with her yesterday. She's ready to enter that plea. I will tell the court in terms for when you set your sentencing, this case has some age to it. So my client's done a lot of proactive things, screened, assessed, completed aftercare, lots of AA attendance. We will get all that to your probation department. I would ask the court that so long as my client continues to comply with her bond, if the court would agree to a cobs of no upfront jail.
Thank you. Any objections from the prosecution?
No, that seems perfectly appropriate, Your Honor.
The court will agree to that. All right, ma'am, it's my understanding that you're going to be entering into a plea to an added count 2 of operating while visibly impaired. That is a misdemeanor, carrying a maximum penalty of up to 93 days and or $300 fine. And in exchange for that, the count 1 would be dismissed. And this court has agreed that there would be no upfront jail. Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. I'm going to go with some rights that you have that you're going to be giving up by entering into this plea. Please stop me if you have any questions or if you feel like you need to speak with your attorney again, okay? I think she has a lag in her system.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
You have the right to have a trial by a jury, at which time you can call witnesses to speak for you. You can get an order signed by this court to require those witnesses come to court. You have the right to see, hear, and question any and all witnesses that are called against you by the prosecution. You have the right to be a witness for yourself, or you could choose to remain silent. If you chose to remain silent, the prosecutor could not comment on that. In addition to that, you have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those rights?
Ms. Smith, can you hear us?
Stop her video, maybe that will help.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank
Okay.
you. Ma'am, do you understand you're going to be giving up all those rights? And
Yes, Your Honor.
there's not going to be a trial of any sort?
Yes, Your Honor.
And there's no automatic right to appeal this decision. So the decision you're making today, in all likelihood, is going to stick with you. Do you understand that part?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you're on probation, parole, or bond, then it could be a violation of your probation, parole, or bond. And this would have been if you were on one that you're still on from November 30th of 2024. Were you on one back then?
I didn't hear the whole question. There is a lag. Was I on a
Bond.
prior bond?
No. Yeah, right.
No, Your Honor.
Or probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. And if you're not a U.S. citizen, there could be immigration consequences. You understand that part?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And then to the charge of operating while visibly impaired, how do you plead?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Does anyone promise you anything other than what we just put on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone threatening you in any way, shape, or form?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. So on or about November 30th, 2024, were you operating a motor vehicle at the vicinity of 7989 Whitaker Road here in Ypsilanti Township?
Yes, Your Honor.
And while you were operating that motor vehicle, were you under the influence of alcohol?
Yes, Your Honor.
And was there BAC, Mr. Burnett?
Yes, Your Honor. The Michigan State Crime lab analysis of the blood sample in this case revealed a 0.144 blood alcohol content.
Thank you. Do you stipulate to that, Mr. Simon?
I do.
All right. I find that there's a factual basis for the plea that has been willingly and knowingly made. Are you satisfied, Mr. Barnett?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Simon?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Yeah. So, I heard that she's done a lot of work, which probably would include the assessment. Unfortunately, my schedule is, not great for the month of August. I really don't have another available Thursday until August 27th. I mean, Wednesday. I could put it on a Tuesday, maybe that,
The 27th would work, Your Honor.
okay. August 27th, 2025 at 10:00 a.m. Ma'am, you do need to contact the probation department, and your attorney's going to provide them with all of the work that you put in thus far, including any assessments and treatment that you've taken, okay?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
I'm going to give you a phone number to contact the probation department. Please write it down at this time. Everyone else on the call should write it down as well to make sure you have it in case I tell you to contact them.
Okay.
Oh, when you have a pen,
Yes, I have a pen. Thank you.
734-483-7336.
734-483-73. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please call them tomorrow after 9:00 a.m., okay?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. You're welcome. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day, Mr. Simon. I will call the case of Ypsilanti Township versus Joseph Castro, case number 25T00126.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jonathan Sachs for Mr. Castro. Mr. Castro, could I please ask you to introduce yourself to the court?
Good morning. I'm Joseph Castro.
Good morning, everybody. All right. We're here for an adjourned pretrial in this matter.
That's correct, Your Honor. And we do have a non-trial disposition negotiated. I'll request Mr. Barnett to speak to that.
That is correct, Your Honor. The township would amend, add account 2 of operating while intoxicated, first offense. In exchange for a plea of guilty to that added count 2, the original high BAC charge would be dismissed. We further have an agreement that there will be no upfront jail as a result of this plea.
And Your Honor, one additional request, and I don't think there's any objection, is that you consider a no contest plea instead of a guilty plea because of potential civil liability here. There was some property damage.
And no
Exactly.
objection to that. That's fine.
Has the report been sent over?
Mr. Sachs, did you send that to the court or no?
I sent it to you, Your Honor. There has an assessment has been done, and I can send it over right after court today. I wasn't sure that.
I'm talking about the police report. Has that been sent for the no contest plea?
I can do that right now.
All right, thank you. All right, it's my understanding, Mr. Castro, that you're going to be pleading no contest
Yes,
to an added count 2 of operating while intoxicated. That is still a misdemeanor. It carries a maximum penalty of up to 93 days and or $500 fine plus court costs. In addition, the count 1 would be dismissed, and there's an agreement with the prosecutor for no upfront jail. I will follow that agreement. Is that your understanding of the full agreement, sir?
yes,
All right, I'm going to ask that you would raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. You may lower your hand. I'm going to go over the rights that you have that you're going to be giving up by entering into this plea. Looking to see if you previously signed an advice of rights.
Your Honor, I apologize. There's not an advice of rights form there.
He has,
Okay, great.
yes. So, I do see that you signed that back on April 1st of 2000.
All right, let's talk about Thathis pretrial hearing for Ypsilanti Township by Allison. Smith was a good example of how virtual court can still feel like real court technical hiccups and omis. Smith appeared remotely to enter a plea between her attorney Joe Simon and the Township's attorney Paul Barnett. Original charge was dismissed in favor of an added count to operating while visibly impaired in exchange for her plea. Court agreed to no upfront. Gila by both attorneys and, honestly, by the circumstancy case had some age on it. Bat Smith had clearly been doing the work screening after quitting on. Her attorney promised to provide all the supporting documentation to probation, despite some lag in Smith's video feed, which made you wonder whether her internet, just the moment, was freezing her up, affirmed her understanding of the rights she was giving up, acknowledged her point. 144, back from a Michigan State crime lab, took accountability for her actions. Magistrate Webster was patient through taking the time to confirm every detail, Evans spelling out the probation department's phone number to Aceto. Make sure Ms. Smith could follow through. Thun came Ypsilanti Township v. Joseph Castro, a case that rolled in with a similar tone. Meister Castro, represented by Jonathan Sachs, also worked out a deal with the Township to plead no contest to operating while intoxicated with a no upfront jail agreement. There had been some property damage in this case, which is why the no contest plea made Sensato avoid any automatic civil admissions. Judge was quick to ask for the police report to back up the plea. When Sachs mentioned he'd send it over right away, court kept things moving. Castro confirmed the agreement was sworn in, and just like Smith waived his rights as laid out in his earlier signed advice of rights form, exchange was smooth, courteous, and efficient, with no fireworks, just the people doing what they needed to move their cases forward. Both cases reflect a courtroom rating with a clear sense of purpose and compassionate trait. Webster was calm and methodical, maintaining formality without losing the human touch. Neither defendant showed signs of being evasive or disrespectful. Smith came across as slightly nervous, but cooperative, while Castro seemed composed. And Awarith attorney's solid work all around. Barnett made his case succinctly, while both defense attorneys navigated their client's best interests with clarity and professionalism. Docket didn't bring the drama, but it brought something. Batera, quiet reminder that accountability doesn't have to be harsh, and progress often starts with a simple plea and a second chance. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read everyone.